Hi everybody, it's Cheryl here. Today I'm going to show you how to make a rainbow loom hat. And my beautiful model here is showing off the hat. So you can see how it looks. I'm going to set her aside now. I'm going to show you how to make this hat on one of my hoops. This is the largest hoop that you can get in the pack that I get. And I'm going to show you how to make it on this hoop. This hoop actually has 41 pegs, so we will be skipping one peg on this hoop. It will make a small hat. It's going to be approximately, you're going to want to make it approximately 27 rows, and it will fit a small head. I'm also, in the future at some point, going to make one, show you how to make one on 2 rainbow looms. So I will also be doing a video for that. So let's get started. Let me turn this down so you can see what we're doing here. And focus in. Okay, we're going to start at the peg. And I'm going to start with green. And everything I put on, I'm twisting one time. And I'm putting it on every other set of pegs and turning it each time. If you would like to make a doll size one of these, and you have the set of hoops, it's the exact same pattern, you're just going to use a smaller hoop. So you could use the next size down, I believe would work, and make one for like a 19-inch doll. And I think, I want to play around with it, but I think you could make a Barbie size one with the smallest one. I believe that would work. But I'm going to play around with it and see if I can make a Barbie size one for you. So you're going all the way around with this. Some hoops have an even number of pegs, some have an odd. Like I said, this has got 41. So we're going to end up off on our peg numbers, and I'll show you what to do with that. If you have an even number, then you're just going to keep going around and work with it. And then you don't have to compensate for it. But when you have an off number of pegs, you need to compensate for it. Okay, so we have an extra peg. So what we're doing with this peg is we're going to just pretend it's not there, and we're going to ignore it. So your next row, my next row, I'm going to use the pink. So I'm pushing down my green as I go. And this pink is going to stretch across. It's going to wrap around this, and it's going to go over here. So I'm just ignoring that peg like it's not there. And I'm going to the next one. And I'm going to do that all the way around, putting it on the connecting 2. Pushing down the other one as I go. I'm going to use my crochet hook to hook these over, but these hoops also come with a hook. It's just like a, I don't have it with me, but it's just a straight, and then it bends up like an L that you can also use to hook your bands over with. And my bands that I'm using today, you can find on Amazon, and they come from the Lucky Loom Company. Because I always get asked about my bands. I know they're very pretty bands, and they're silicone, not rubber, so you don't have to worry about rubber allergies or latex allergies. So we're going all the way around with these. So right now this is basically like the dragon seal pattern. And the hat that I showed you, like I said, was 27 rows. Okay, now that I've got them on all around, I'm going to go down to the bottom one and pull it up over the top. And I'm pulling it up over and to the back. You notice that I'm holding down the pieces, the top pieces here. If you find that you're pulling them off, just hold them down in between. Then they won't pop off on you. I'm just pulling the bottoms over the tops. You're going to go all the way around and do this. Okay, and I am back at the beginning. Okay, and then my next row, I'm going to do another row of pink because I'm going to end up doing 3 rows of pink. I'm going to put some more on here. So I'm going to do another one here, going around this middle one again. Because like I said, we're just pretending that one's not there since we have an odd number of pegs. And I'm just putting them back right where the pink ones are every time again. So I'm doing the same row or the same place I just did, repeating the same pegs. And I'm going to do this 3 times on those pegs. The pattern for this is going to be 3, 1, 3, 1. And this is something you can get creative with if you want to change up your pattern and make your hat look a little different. I encourage you guys, please be creative. You can change up your pattern, you can change up your colors. And another nice thing about this hat is you can tuck all your hair up into it and go in the water with it. Alright, we're back at the beginning. And I'm going to go around and hook it over again. And I go a little quicker this time. So I'm going to get a hook that's a little bit smaller, so it'll go a little quicker for me. There is a slot here, I don't know whether you can see it well or not, that your hook, if you have the same kind of hook as me, that it'll slide right down into, and it makes hooking it a little quicker. Once you get the hang of it, you can go pretty quick, as you can see. I'm going too fast for you, just pause until you catch up. I'm just going quicker for the sake of the time of the video, and for the sake of the people that are getting bored watching me hook. Okay, and then I'm back to the beginning again. Alright, then I'm going to do one more row of pink, because like I said, we want 3 rows of these. So again, I'm going around this peg. And I'm going to go all the way around. Pull these over here. Another thing you can do with your hats is you can dress them up with your loomies as accents. I know there's a lot of great flowers you can make with rainbow looms. You could put them on your hats for accents. Okay, and then we're back to the beginning. I'm going to go around and hook it again. And this is my 3rd row on these same sets of pegs. Okay, now that I'm done the 3rd row, I'm going to switch it up and go back to the green, which is on the opposite pegs again. Sorry, my bracelet was bugging me. I had to fix it. All right, so from here, I'm going to go and hook these around. And this is your one opposite row. And after I hook these, I'm going to go back to the opposite pegs again. And then you would do 3 on the opposite pegs again. 3 rows. As you can see, you're starting to see the pattern. You see the single row, you see the 3, and you were back to the single row. All right, now I'm back to starting the 3 rows again, which I would go around, put another for the 3rd row again. I'm going to pause here, and I'm going to work on my rows until I have 27 rows done. And then I'm going to come back and show you what to do from there. Okay, so I actually ended up adding 29 rows to this. Every row here, every set is 4. So I went up and added 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 sets of 4. And then I put them together with one final row, which gave me 29 rows altogether. All right. Now what I'm going to show you next is how to pull together the top of the hat. You're going to start off, first of all, with 2 bands. Let me get my hook here. You're going to take your 2 bands and you're just going to lock them together. Grab one from the top and one from the bottom and pull them so they're interlocking. And you're going to go back to your ring, and I'm pulling up the center part of this now, so you know where I'm getting it from. And all of your centers, if you turn them properly, are going to have 8s in them. You're going to take your hook and put it into each 8. You're going to gather up several of these up. I'm going to do all of them because that would just be too much on the hook at once. So you could get like 5 or 6 of them together. Put one end of this on your finger, at the other end with your hook, and then pull it through these, keeping the one on your finger. Okay. The one that's on your finger, you're just going to keep that on for now, I think, and then put the other one on your finger, okay? And we're going to go around and gather up more of the 8s, working towards the ones that you already have. Take this off my finger and pull it through these now. Put it back on. I'm going to turn it again and gather up some more. few more here. And that's all of them. And you're going to put a clip on this. Oop. And hook your two ends together. Push the clip in so you can't see it, and that pulls the top of the hat together. Okay. Now you're going to work on the edging of the hat. Okay, I am back, and I have done a piece that is 20 inches long. So when I take my mannequin and measure it around, it is snug when I stretch it around her head. It comes to there when I do it relaxed, and then I just pull a little bit to stretch it around, because I want it to be snug as a hat, not just loose. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take, I'm leaving it on the hook on the one end, the other end I am just going to slowly feed through my hoops. Two at a time, going around. My original hat, I did single hoops, but I did two with this one, because I think that it's just sturdier. That way if one breaks, you've got a second. So you're just going to go around and lace it through. Making sure you don't miss any as you go. I'm just working my way around the purse, or around the hat, or purse, whichever you decide to use it for, or if you use it, it'll works for both. If you're walking around with the hat on, decide you need a purse, you just take it off and use it as a purse. Making sure I didn't miss any as I'm going around. It's a great little purse for the beach too, because it can get wet since it's made of silicone. Water's not going to hurt it. Alright, once you got it in all the way around, you can put a couple bands on your finger, push the hook through the end and pull them through and through these two, and then get a clip and clip everything together. If you've watched my videos before, you know that these are my favorite clips because they lock in place, and these come with the Lucky Loom bands, but you can use whatever kind of clip you prefer here. Alright, once you got it locked in place, you're just going to work it so that it's kind of evenly distributed around the hat. Take your time so that you're not too rough on your bands, because you don't want to break them as you're working it around your hat. You can leave a little loose here and there because it's gonna, the middle part is gonna stretch. And you'll see what I mean when I put it on the head, the styrofoam head. We're going to bring this over so I can show you. As our head falls over. Still working it around. So it's going to take a little bit to work it around the way you want it for the head. But it will stretch on then once you get it how you want it. It'll stretch on into place. Work your bands around so that it's even all the way around. And then you have your hat. So if you have any questions, I say I still need to work the bands around a little more, but I'm not going to take the time up in the video to do that. If you have any questions, let me know. Please let me know what you think. And please check out my other videos. Thanks for watching.